So today, we're not just going to look at a cool science experiment, we're actually going to deconstruct it. We're going to get into the masterful communication, the viral engineering, really, that turns a little bit of printer toner and some oil into a massive internet phenomenon.
Watch liquid turn into a living monster? I mean, come on, what a hook. It's dramatic, it's weirdly intriguing, and it promises something that sounds almost impossible. So where do you think a line like that comes from? A movie trailer, maybe?
Nope. That is the opening line of a science video for kids. We're talking 6 to 12-year-olds. And in this explainer, we are going to dissect the script for this magnetic ferrofluid spike monster to really understand the sophisticated, clever techniques that are used to grab and hold an audience's attention.
Okay, let's dive right in. The first few seconds of a video like this are basically a calculated assault on your senses. The script doesn't just say, here's an experiment. No, it promises things like viral hypnosis and trending satisfaction. It's using language that is perfectly tuned to its young, digitally native audience. And just look at the specific words they use here. This is not an accident. Words like ASMR, satisfying, hypnotic. These are designed to trigger a feeling the viewers already know from other popular online content. It's like a shortcut straight to their brain's engagement center. All right, next up, let's talk about how they set the stage. You know, they could have just listed the materials. Get some oil, get some toner. But instead, they completely reframe the whole mixing process into something mysterious. It's like a creative act that's about to bring something to life. And this chart illustrates the core technique perfectly. It's all about narrative framing. Toner and vegetable oil become monster materials. You don't just mix ingredients, you brew the monster fluid. You're not making some thick black goo, you're creating monster blood. All of a sudden, these boring, mundane items are transformed into key components of an epic story. So you see what's happening, right? This isn't presented like a rigid recipe you have to follow. It's a magical ritual. You don't just do the experiment, you brew the fluid, you awaken the spikes, you make it dance, and you can even evolve the beast. Every single step is an act of creation and play.
Okay, now we get to the payoff. This is where it all builds to a climax. With the stage set, the script now gives the ferrofluid these human-like qualities. It's not just a physical reaction anymore, it's treated like a living creature that has its own intentions, which makes for a way more dramatic and memorable show.
They bring it to life with these single, powerful verbs. First, the fluid doesn't just react to the magnet, it rises. Then, its movement isn't just random or chaotic. No, it dances. It turns physics into a performance. And finally, it develops a will of its own. It chases the magnet. Now you have a story of pursuit and play.
And this line just takes it to a whole other level. The script explicitly turns a simple physics demo into a battle. We're not just watching science happen, we're witnessing spike wars between living things. That is so much more engaging than a dry explanation, right?
So after all that spectacle and all that drama, the audience is obviously going to be curious, how does that work? The script's explanation is just a masterclass in strategic simplification. It's designed to satisfy that curiosity without breaking the magic. So here's the exact explanation they give. Notice how simple and visual it is. It connects the science, iron and toner pulled by magnet fields, directly back to the story they just built. And it ends by reinforcing that idea of a satisfying science creature.
And here's the key takeaway. The goal isn't perfect scientific accuracy. It's not a physics lecture. The goal is to provide a conclusion to the story that feels complete and makes sense. It gives just enough information to explain the magic, which closes the loop for a young audience perfectly. Now for the final and, maybe the most critical piece of this entire viral puzzle. The script is brilliantly designed to make the experience last way beyond the end of the video. It turns passive viewers into active participants and, well, promoters. What's so wild here is the sheer volume of commands. This is not your simple like and subscribe. Viewers are told to comment on their shapes, film their own versions, tag the channel, compete for shoutouts. I mean, it's basically a multi-platform homework assignment that's disguised as fun. And this is what it all leads to. It's the ultimate goal, a perfect self-perpetuating engagement loop. You watch the content. The call to action makes you want to create your own. Then you share that creation, which is basically free marketing, and that brings new viewers back to watch. It's an engine that's literally designed for virality.
So when you put all this together, the hypnotic language, the storytelling, these engagement loops, it's incredibly effective at grabbing and holding attention. And it really makes you wonder, In this age of constant distraction where everyone is competing for focus, is this blend of entertainment, marketing, and simplified storytelling? Is this the future of how we learn?